All right, it is 10 a.m. here. I slept in a little bit, decided to wait out the rain. Was just kind of hanging out. Took my time eating breakfast and trying to let my rain fly dry a little bit. I don't know how dry it's gonna get because it's pretty humid. Looks like it's probably gonna be on and off rain for most of the day. Rained a good bit last night. Wind picked up, and I was getting a little nervous because I was camped under some widow makers here, so that was a bit unsettling. I was kind of thinking about it when I picked the spot, like should I keep moving or just hope for the best, because the forecast didn't call for wind, but you can never really trust that out here. But anyway, my plan is I'm only doing 11 miles today, just to it's the last shelter before Great Barrington. I'd like to go further than that, but there's not really anywhere to stay beyond that shelter. There's also no water between that shelter and the town of Great Barrington. So yeah, just a little 11-mile day, which is fine because I think with the rain that'll be plenty. So looking forward to it. I am up here on the summit of Bear Mountain, elevation 2,300 feet. Feels good to be above 2,000 again. I think it's been a while. Maybe even has been since Virginia. I'm not sure. I have to fact check that. But yeah, it's been a lot of low elevation, so it feels good to be back up here. So I got a few peaks today. As you can see in the distance here, I'm pretty sure that is where I'm headed. I'll be summiting Mount Race today, which I think is a relatively famous peak here in Connecticut. So I actually misspoke there. I was incorrect. So I'm only a half mile from the Connecticut-Massachusetts state line. So Mount Race is actually in Massachusetts. So I will be saying goodbye to Connecticut here in just a few short minutes. All right, so I just descended Bear Mountain. Definitely pretty sketchy. The rocks are super wet and it was very steep. So I had to take my time. Glad I got these new shoes. The grip is pretty good for rocks. And Bear Mountain actually is the tallest peak in Connecticut, so pretty cool. Made it to Massachusetts, and that is 10 states down, so feeling pretty good. So this is all old growth hemlock in here. It's really cool. It's one of the coolest places I've seen on trail so far. Got a nice little watering hole back here. I'm gonna take a dip in this and enjoy the day. Easily one of the best swims of the trip so far. That was really great. The water was ice cold, felt good. About to hit the trail again. I have like 6 miles left. It's around 2 p.m. so probably a few more hours. I know I have a couple more mountains to climb here, so it may be slow going. We'll see. All right, I have summited Mount Race here, elevation 2,361 feet. Now I'm gonna be descending here, and wish me luck because it's a lot of wet, slippery rocks. All right, I have summited Mount Everett here, elevation just over 2,600. It's a pretty grueling climb up here, some wet rocks, so I think the climb down will be kind of sketchy. Yeah, pretty much socked in up here. Got a good amount of rain on the way up, but only about a mile from camp, so I'm looking forward to that. Good morning, it is 8 a.m. I am headed back out on the trail. So the plan for today is going to be do a quick 8 miles into the town of Great Barrington, where I'm going to do a resupply, just kind of quick in and out. So there's a grocery store like 2 miles off trail. I'm either going to hitch or just walk there and then get back out. If I decide to stay in town, I can. There's a lot of hotels, and also it looks like there's camping at the community center, so it's an option, but I don't know, I'd kind of like to keep moving today and just get back out on trail. All right, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I am back out on the trail. Got some really awesome trail magic back there. Some really nice ladies from the local church do trail magic there 6 days a week. One of the trail angels, her name was Spring, and she actually took me to the local grocery store that I could resupply, so I'm super appreciative of that. It was really awesome. It helped me out a lot. Saved me a long road walk in this heat today, so that was great. And yeah, I'm back out here. Gonna do a few more miles. Not really sure how much more. I think there's a shelter in like 5 miles, and then there's a camping area next to a lake a few more miles from that, so I may opt for the camping area by the lake if I feel like going that extra few miles. Good morning. It is 8:30 here. Just setting off. Didn't really sleep that great last night. I think I drank some bad water, not last night, but the night before. Because a little later yesterday afternoon, I just started getting stomach cramps, and it was pretty painful. So yeah, it's kind of just didn't sleep that good, but I feel a lot better now. But I do feel kind of like some fatigue. But other than that, my plan for today, I'm gonna do a short 4.5 to like this, I think it's called Beartown State Park, where they have charging outlets. I need to charge my battery banks, and I think there's a lake for swimming, so get cleaned up a little bit. And yeah, I may just stay there or keep going a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do too much today, though. Do feel pretty wiped. Yeah, calling for thunderstorms this afternoon too, so I'm not really sure if I feel like doing any more than just a short day, so we'll see. All right, I'm here at Beartown State Park, charging my battery banks over at that little information kiosk. They got enclosed bathrooms here, so if it really starts to pour, I'm gonna have to hide in there. I thought there might have been like a pavilion or something, but there's not. So make the best of it, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain too bad. And yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna hang out here for most of the day, rest up. I'm still feeling kind of fatigued. My stomach feels fine, but yeah, I'm just tired. And yeah, I'll probably push on to the next shelter. I think it's only like 2 miles from here after all my stuff is charged. All right, it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Getting back out on trail, charge up my devices like halfway. I didn't get a full charge on my battery banks. They take anywhere from like 4 to 6 hours to fully charge, so didn't really feel like sitting around that long. So I want to do 7 more miles today to get to a campsite, and I'll make it like more like an 11-mile day. Just want to make sure I'm keeping my miles up. All right, I'm here at the South Mount Wilcox shelter. So it was like 2.5, 3 miles from Beartown State Park. So the rain is here, and I think it's gonna stick around till like 6:37. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like thunder, lightning, all that stuff. So I'm not really interested in hiking in that right now. But I may get back on trail later around like 6:30 and try to do like maybe 5.5 more miles. I'm not sure. I just know that my plan for tomorrow is to get to the Goose Pond Cabin, which is a popular stop for thru hikers on trail, and I'm looking forward to that. So if I don't do more miles today, it'll be like a 16.5 tomorrow. And if I decided to do like 5.5 more, I'm looking at more like 11. So we shall see. All right, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. I am deciding to push on. So another 5.5 miles to the next campsite. The storm passed, and looking at the radar, it doesn't look like there is going to be anything else tonight and into tomorrow. So yeah, happy to not have soaking wet shoes and a soaking wet pack. So glad that I decided to just take a rest in the shelter there.